Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I've revisited the pop-out gatefold card and I've made a 6x6 version. So I've already done the 5x7. I'll link that up here and it'll be at the end of the tutorial as well. But I thought it'd be a great style to use the latest Bagpuss paper collection. So this is the front. I've got a cute little belly band and the rosette there with Bagpuss with the sentiment, "You are perfect." Slide your belly band off and then when you open it, you have that pop out. Like I said, some of you will be familiar with this style. The 5x7 one, I think I made Christmas time or earlier into the winter. Might have been in January. It's a lovely style, shows off your papers really nicely, and then you've got that focal area to have a big birthday number, you know, nice big sentiment or whatever. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. So this is the new Bagpuss paper pad, 6x6, and you get 4 different pattern papers and 4 of 2 topper sheets as well. So you've got lots of bits you can cut out there. I think I'm using some of those on here as well as the ephemera pack. I think there's about 37-ish pieces in there and it's really sweet. It's some lovely little images. So first of all, we'll go through the main card. So you want a piece of 12x6 and along the 12-inch side you're going to score at 3 and 9. Okay, and then if you just fold those and then pop the folded side, any one, it doesn't matter, you're going to do the same on each, along the 6-inch side here, so that's that fold. Put a little, just a light little pencil mark at 3/4 and 5 1/4. Rotate round and again, pencil mark at 3/4 and 5 1/4. Open it back up. You should be able to see my score lines there. So imagine there's a pencil mark there at 3/4 and there's one there at 5 1/4. You'll have the same at this end. Just join them up. Okay, so I'm going to pop it back in my scoreboard here open. And again, 3/4. I'm just going to hover my stylus there to that score line and then just join the 2 up. Then pop it back along the long side here. And you want to score at 4 and 8 between those 2 score lines that you've just made. So 4 and 8. I'll just hold it up, 4 and 8, and they're between those 2 that you just did at 3/4 and 5 1/4. The last score lines to do are at 6, but just to the first score line, flip it again at 6, just to the first score line. Okay, if you've made the 5x7, then you'll be familiar with all of these score lines. Next, we can do some cutting. Once you do the cutting, then the shape really comes together. So grab yourself a cutting knife. You might want to use your trimmer. And you're going to cut the 3/4 and 5 1/4 score lines. So pop it in this orientation. I'm going to lay my ruler down first. And then you want to do it in one cut. Cut into the metal ruler. Make sure you've got a self-healing mat or a protective surface. And now you'll have that cut there. I'm going to flip it around and do the same on this one. So I've just done the folds. So you've got your 3 and 6. They're your gatefolds. So fold those in. And then all the other score lines that are left will all become mounting folds. So bring up these 2 here. These edge ones, and just pinch the ends to make them to mounting folds. And then if you just bring over each of these to each side, you'll be able to burnish. And you see you get that really cool effect, which will all fold down into your 6x6 size and then just kind of pop up into that shape. So now we can decorate. So I'm going to have the stripes on the outside. No, stripes are going on the inside, sorry. Floral pattern and the rosette is all going on the outside, which I'll do later with the belly band. I'll go through all the measurements here. So I've already stuck them together, and then I've got these 4 here and then these 2 here. Okay, so you're going to want 4 pieces because you'll need 2 for the front as well, which I've got here. So these are 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then 2 1/2 by 5 1/2 for the pattern paper on top. For the middle, you'll want 1 piece that is 3 3/4 by 4 1/4, and then 3 1/2 by 4 for the pattern piece. you'll want 2 pieces of 3/4 by 4 1/4 and 1/2 by 4 for the sides. And then you're going to want 4 pieces of 1/2 inch by 2 3/4, and then 1/4 inch by 2 1/2. The 1/4 inch is very small. Some people you may just want to maybe emboss that one layer and not have the pattern, but it does look nice when you add those real tiny pieces as well. For the belly band, this is just a piece, that's A4, so it's about 11 3/4, 12 inches, whatever. You want something that's going to be able to wrap, you know, a good amount around the card. But again, I'll go through that in a moment. So I'm going to stick all of those down first. And then I've just cut some flowers. These are from the pop-up book collection that I launched, but I thought they worked quite well with this collection. So I'm going to have a green at the top and the bottom, and then just a little, you only actually see a little bit of the kind of petals because the image is going to go over the top. So you just see like there, something like that. I just thought that looked quite cute. The image is from the paper pack. So actually on this one, I haven't used the ephemera. I've used everything from the paper pack, even the images here for the topper. They're all just cut out. If I just quickly show you actually a couple of the sheets. You've got this one here, and you've got this one here. And then this is going to be a birthday card. So I thought I'd have the happy birthday possibly up there. And then I just liked the colour of these green enamel dots. They match the lime green that I've used. So that's everything stuck down inside. So now we can add the belly band. So you want to take your strip of card and just sit the card roughly in the middle, and then wrap these pieces around so that they don't have to join, because your topper is going to join or attach them together. Make sure it's nice and straight. So the rosette here I have made using 2 strips of 1.5 by 8 from the paper pad, and then along the long side I've just scored at every 1/4 inch, then done a concertina fold, join them together so you have one kind of, you know, loop, and squash it in the middle and you'll get your rosette. I have rosette tutorials, so I will link them up here. You can go and watch them if you've never made one before. And then I've just popped a few circle layers just using my punches, and then I just cut down the little sentiment, "You are perfect," and popped it on a little tag there, popped an eyelet, some baker's twine. So I think I'm going to use, what I might do is cut a bigger circle quickly. So I'm going to stick this larger circle on the back, and then I can add my glue either side of here, and then that will stick onto the green. Give that a minute to dry. So make sure no glue's gone over onto your card. Okay, and then you can just carefully slide it off. You can just burnish it and just check underneath there. There you go. You can see how that's attached itself to the back. So there's the finished card. So just open it up again. You can see once you've folded it into those directions, the card will, you know, naturally fall into that shape. And then you've got your belly band there to display with it. Some people do stick, you know, you could maybe stick the rosette to one side of that so it's always attached to the card, but I love belly bands. I just think they look so cute. So thank you for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this 6x6 size of the pop-out gatefold that I made. Like I said, check it out. I'll link it up here now as well. You might want to go and watch that next, and I'll have some other gatefold style cards as well. All the product that I've used will be linked in the description box below. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so, and I'll be back again very soon. Take care. Bye.